the station that's on your side. This is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
We have a new winner of Augusta National's Women's Amateur Golf Tournament. Our sports director, Nick Proto, joins us live in the studio now with the latest from the course. Nick?
Well, in a field that featured some of the best collegiate golfers in the world, it was a high school sophomore who took home the title. 16-year-old Anna Davis became the youngest winner of the Augusta National Women's Amateur, finishing with a score of 1 under. It was a bit of an up-and-down week for Davis. She finished the first round at Champions Retreat tied for the lead. A shaky round on Thursday left her near the cut line for part of the day before she settled in. She came back into today's final round 2 off the lead. After going even through the first 8 holes, she birdied 3 of the last 10 to finish 1 under for the tournament, 1 shot ahead of Latana Stone and Ingrid Lindblad.
Still a little shocked. I don't think it's processed yet that I've won here, but no, it's pretty surreal, to be honest. I'm speechless. Like, I can't even fathom like what just happened. It all happened very quickly.
It was a tough finish for Latana Stone today. Through 16 holes, she was sitting at 3 under, needed just some pars to take home the title, but a double bogey on 17 and a bogey on 18 left her in a tie for second with her LSU teammate Lindblad.
It's just heartbreaking, you know. I kind of knew where I stood on 17, and I was just thinking, you know, par out. I just didn't have the right club, and it kind of left myself with a difficult up and down. I was trying to be aggressive and just kind of lost it, but I thought I could get it back on 18, but I had a lot going on in my head with where I was at.
So let's take a look here at the final leaderboard. Some great competition here, again, at the Augusta National Women's Amateur. 10 women finished within 4 shots of the lead. West Columbia's Jensen Castle finished in a tie for 12th at 5 over. Spartanburg native Anna Morgan finished tied for 21st, and USC's Hannah Darling tied for 27th.
Alrighty, thank you so much for that, Nick. Taking a live look over at Riverwatch Parkway at Alexander Drive, that intersection right outside of our studios. Traffic is starting to build up near the Augusta National as patrons start arriving into town. And of course, what we all really care about with that is the weather. So take it away, Mikal.
Yes, the weather for today was pretty good. We saw some clouds pushing in later in our day as the surface boundary is starting to push through our area. A few very isolated showers trying to pop off around the CSRA, but nothing too concerning, nothing too heavy at all. Taking a closer look at that shower activity, you can see most of it is located right now across northern portions of the CSRA, but some of our southern counties did see maybe an isolated sprinkle just about under an hour ago. Looking at Edgefield, portions of Columbia County, up towards near the southern part of Clarks Hill Lake, you guys could be seeing a sprinkle out there. Also, just north of New Ellington in Aiken County, possibly seeing a sprinkle out there as well. If you're looking further south, you guys are drier now, but you did see that very light shower move through earlier. We should stay mostly dry for our evening. We did have a very cold start this morning, though. Got down to about 37 degrees in Augusta, and it looks like tonight will be chilly, but not quite as chilly as it was last night. We'll talk more about that coming up in your full forecast.
As Augusta gets ready to welcome golf patrons from around the world, the Hitchcock Woods Foundation is holding their weekend-long annual horse show. News 12's Maria Sellers is there this evening where spectators can get a view of the grounds, competitions, and enjoy a century-old tradition at the 106th Annual Aiken Horse Show.
Well, Celeste, it would be the 108th year of this Aiken County tradition here in Hitchcock Woods, but the ring was empty in 2020 and 2021 as the world battled the COVID-19 pandemic. It's the biggest fundraiser for the Hitchcock Woods Foundation, and they've missed out on the community support of not only the venue, but also the event. Leaders here say it's been a long 2 years, but they are glad to be back.
It's been great to have everybody back down. It brings the community together. People who don't normally get to come into the center of the woods can drive in and see what a special thing we have here.
Riders are also excited to be back in the ring this year, and coming up tonight at 11, we'll hear from some of those participants about how they've missed the tradition and how the woods impacts the community. Reporting in Aiken, Maria Sellers on your side.
And that horse show runs through tomorrow, so you still have a chance chance to make it out there if you're interested in checking it out. A new bill that would allow gun owners to carry a firearm without a permit could become a law. This is a tweet from Georgia Governor Brian Kemp saying he looks forward to signing the Constitutional Carry Act of 2021 into law. The state Senate passed the NRA-backed bill this week. Right now, you need a permit to carry a gun outside of your home, meaning you need to pass a background check and pay $75 for a gun license. If signed into law, the Constitutional Carry Act would make it so you do not need a permit in public places. However, private businesses can still block or ban guns on their property.
We just don't want people to come in carrying their weapon legally by the new law, find out that the business that they're going to is not going to allow them to carry it. If they put it in their car, now we have a car break and we have another weapon on the street.
That's a problem officials in Metro Atlanta say they are already dealing with. Last year, at least 2,000 unsecured guns were stolen from cars. It's a problem here at home, too. From February of last year to February of this year, about 120 guns were stolen in Columbia County. In the same time frame, in Richmond County, close to 470 were stolen. These numbers include guns stolen from homes or businesses, not just cars, but the Grovetown police tell us that many cases of gun thefts are from people leaving the weapons inside in their vehicle.
Coming up on close to a year and a half, we've had 52 entering autos in Grovetown. In 9 of those cases, we did have weapons taken out of the cars. Or if you practice carrying a firearm in your vehicle, that's fine, but please secure your vehicle.
The Grovetown police say that many of these thefts are crimes of opportunity and not smash and grabs. They say many of their cases involve cars that were just left open with the doors unlocked.
And we are tracking rain chances for next week, Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll talk more about that coming up in your first alert forecast.
Clog gutters cost.
Watch Investigate TV, Saturday nights at 11:30 on News 12.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Well, taking a look at water vapor imagery right now, you can see a dip right here in our jet stream. That's a upper level trough that's pushing through our area, and that's helping us to see some cloud cover for this evening and also a few isolated sprinkles out there. So looking at Doppler Max radar right now, you can see lots of cloud cover across the entire region, a blanket of that milky color across our area, and then a few light showers, especially up towards parts of the southern portion of Clarks Hill Lake, moving over downtown Edgefield right now. Eastern Columbia County, also portions of northeastern Jefferson County, and also Aiken County right now, just seeing some isolated sprinkles out there. So we are going to keep a chance for an isolated sprinkle throughout this evening, but most of us should stay dry for your Saturday evening, so any outdoor plans should not be in jeopardy, but an isolated sprinkle cannot be ruled out. We started off very cold this morning around Augusta, about 11 degrees below average. Here, 37 in Augusta, 36 up towards Thompson, and then some low to mid 40s for our southern counties. As far as temperatures right now, we are in the upper 60s to near 70s, so we have rebounded nicely for today, and our afternoon temperatures did top off right around 70 for the majority of the CSRA. As we head throughout tonight, we're going to see those temperatures falling into the 50s and upper 40s past midnight, and then by daybreak tomorrow, we could see some mid 40s, maybe even some low 40s north of I-20, and then upper 40s likely possibly south of the Augusta area. Looking ahead towards Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we are tracking a slight chance for some flash flooding. The Weather Prediction Center has went ahead and put out a day 4 outlook for the potential of flash flooding Tuesday into Wednesday morning, and also we do have the threat possibly for some severe weather. This is a look at the day 5 outlook, so about 5 days out from Tuesday into Wednesday morning, and we have went ahead and issued a first alert for the threat of possibly some strong to severe storms, heavy downpours, and maybe even some minor areas of localized flooding. So for this evening into your Sunday, we're going to see those clouds start to clear out by Sunday morning. A chilly start for tomorrow, lots of sunshine though for your Sunday afternoon. Looking ahead towards Monday, a cold start expected for your Monday morning, and we'll see again mostly sunny skies for your Monday afternoon, but more cloud cover does start to push in overnight into your Tuesday. And then behind me, that's that system that we are going to be watching as we head towards your Wednesday morning. That could bring us a chance for some severe weather. Looking pretty breezy behind that front once it does clear out. We do have Masters starting next week, so they could be having some breezy conditions as we head towards that first round on Friday.
Alrighty, thanks so much for that, Mikkel. Still ahead, groups are protesting an amusement ride in Florida after a teenager fell to his death. State officials are still investigating as people continue to demand answers. We'll be back in just a bit.
Life isn't a video. Mountaineer Pest Services.
Aftermath of a tragedy in Florida after the death of a 14-year-old Tyree Sampson who fell from an amusement park in Orlando. The amusement park ride, in Orlando. Local leaders are promising a full safety review, while others just want the ride permanently closed. Gail Pichelle Brown is there with more details on these calls for action.
The message from the Juneteenth Project Coalition is very clear. The charitable organization held a peaceful protest Friday in honor of 14-year-old Tyree Sampson, who was killed in a fall last week on the Orlando Freefall ride at Icon Park.
Right now, pointing the finger may not be very productive, but what is productive is taking this death trap down.
The organization's founder, Tina Wilson, called on the CEO of the Slingshot Group, Richie Armstrong, to make the change.
We're asking that he remove this structure and replace it with something more kid-friendly in honor of the young boy that lost his life.
Right now, the Juneteenth Project Coalition has a petition circulating on change.org for this particular ride to come down. Once they reach 10,000 signatures, they're going to send this petition to local leaders as well as representatives of this region. State Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried was in Orlando speaking at the Wells-Built Museum about the investigation. The state has hired a forensic engineer.
We are not taking this lightly. We are going to do everything in our power, and including potentially increasing our power, to make sure that something like this never happens again.
State Representative Geraldine Thompson will file a bill called the Tyree Sampson Bill to address deficiencies in areas of safety standards, state oversight, or training protocols for rides after a cause is determined. She says the state may look at seatbelts too.
It may be that the investigation will point out that not only the harness, but an additional safeguard, which would have been a seatbelt, could have saved Tyree's life.
How can you ride knowing that a child lost his life?
A statement from Icon Park says it looks forward to working with all parties to, quote, ensure that a tragedy like this never happens again. More news and weather coming up after a short break. We'll be right back.
Don't you in the AM. Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent.
Well, a few clouds and some isolated sprinkles out there for your Saturday evening, but things will clear out overnight into your Sunday. A chilly start for Sunday and Monday morning, and we are tracking the chance for some storms and showers as we start those practice rounds of the Masters.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back at 11 o'clock with more news and weather. We'll see you then.